Hi there, it's March 24th and time for Proverbs 24. Now we are finishing up let me get rid of this. We're finishing up our 30 sayings that we're supposed to memorize and keep them on our lips at all times. Okay? This is where 7, then there'll be more. So let's begin. Don't envy evil men or desire to be with them, for their hearts plan violence and their words stir up trouble. Okay? Good advice. Don't envy these evil people. Okay? A house built by wisdom. A house is built by wisdom, and it is established by understanding. By knowledge, the rooms are filled with every precious and beautiful treasure, right? You got that? Wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. That's where stuff comes from, right? And that comes from God. Need my glasses. Okay, the next one. A wise warrior is better than a strong one. Okay? A man of knowledge than one of strength. For you should wage war with sound guidance. Victory comes with many counselors. Right? Knowledge exerts strength. That, right. You notice that an army would be nowhere without its generals and captains and the ones running the show, right? Better to be wise than to be strong. Because if you're wise, you will be strong. Right? Okay. Wisdom is inaccessible to a fool. He does not open his mouth at the gate. All right, too high for. You know, some people will just never learn. They can't be taught, right? You know, people like that. And they don't even try. Okay, the one who plots evil will be called a schemer. A foolish scheme is sin, and a mocker is detestable to people. He that imagineth to do evil, men shall call him an author of wickedness. The wicked thought of a fool is sin, and the scorner is an abomination unto men. And there are people that are just an abomination to us, right? Just to people. Hey, the next one, 10, 11, and 12. If you do nothing in a difficult time, your strength is limited. Rescue those being taken off to death and save those stumbling towards slaughter. If you say, but we didn't know about this, won't he who weighs hearts consider it? That's God, right? Won't he, God, who protects your life, know? Won't he repay a person according to his work? Mm-hmm. If you see evil and you can do something about it and you do not do anything about it, God will see that. Okay? And you can't say, I didn't know about it when you did. It's doing nothing in a difficult time says, if thou be faint in the day of adversity. Man hath no trial of his strength till he be in trouble. You don't know how strong you are until you have to be strong, right? Okay, 13 and 14. Eat honey, my son, for it is good, and the honeycomb is sweet to your palate. Right? Realize that wisdom is the same for you. If you find it, you will have a future, and your hope will never fade. Right? You find wisdom, soak it up, right? Because it's good. Right? Honey is sweet to the taste. Wisdom is also sweet to the taste and for your everything. 15 to 16. Wicked man, don't set an ambush at the camp of the righteous man. Okay. Wicked man, don't set an ambush at the camp of the righteous man. Don't destroy his dwelling. Though a righteous man falls 7 times, he will get up. But the wicked stumble into ruin. Yes. Most wicked people, when they fall for good. But a righteous person, right, never give up. That's seems to be the battle cry now. Never give up. 17 and 18. Don't gloat when your enemy falls, and don't let your heart rejoice when he stumbles, or the Lord will see, be displeased, and turn his wrath away from him. All right? Don't gloat when your enemy falls. That Jesus says you're supposed to love your enemies. Gloat, make fun of them, rejoice when they stumble. All right? The Lord will see, be displeased, and turn his wrath away from him. All right? That's the same thing over here. To be avenged on thee. Right? Turn his wrath back towards you. Right? Somebody loses, you're supposed to help them, feed them. Right? 19, don't be agitated by evildoers, and don't envy the wicked, for the evil have no future. The lamp of the wicked will be put out. Right? The evil have no future in this life or the afterlife. Right? You don't want to go there. Don't be agitated. That's weird. Do not fret thyself because of the malicious. Don't worry about these guys. That's what it says. Don't get mad. Don't be worried. Right? They have no future. 21 and 22, my son, fear the Lord as well as the king, and don't associate with rebels, for destruction from them will come suddenly, and who knows what distress these two can bring. There's a note right there. Those given to change, rebels. Okay, that was the 30 wise sayings that you're supposed to memorize and have them ready on your lips at any given time. Okay? You should read those over and over again. Some of these you just know as second nature, right? Common sense. Right? Okay, these things also belong to the wise. Okay? There's more. Not part of the 30, but there are more. It is not good to show partiality in judgment. Whoever says to the guilty, you are innocent, people will curse him and tribes will denounce him. But it will go well with those who convict the guilty, and a generous blessing will come upon them. That's interesting, isn't it? What's going on right now? A lot of judges that do judge people very wrongly, according to their own wills and desires, and not the rule of law, which is supposed to be. Just right. He who gives an honest answer gives a kiss on the lips. Never lie. 26. They don't do that so much anymore. They used to. They used to. Complete your outdoor work and prepare your field. Afterward, build your house. Get that? Work on the foundation first. Good advice. Don't testify against your neighbor without cause. Don't deceive with your lips. Right? Don't do that. Don't say, I'll do to him what he did to me. I'll repay the man for what he has done. Right? And we talked about this before. He said this like 3 or 4 times now. Don't get even. Okay? That's God's job to do that. If you do to somebody what they did to you, you're just as evil. God sees 2 sinners. Okay? Okay, this is a parable. Okay? Told by Solomon. I went by the field of a slacker in the vineyard, and by the vineyard of a man lacking sense. Thistles came up everywhere, weeds covered the ground, and the stone wall was ruined. I saw it and took it to heart. I looked and received instruction, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the arms to rest. Heard that before, right? And your poverty will come like a robber, and your need like a bandit. Okay? And this is a parable. He says he saw a slacker and a man lacking sense. Means they have everything there to make a living, right? But they're lazy and slackers, and they just don't. Okay? And your poverty will come like a robber, and your need like a bandit or a thief. Okay? There you go. That's Proverbs 24. And that is the end of the 30 wise sayings. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. was 11. So, and I've tried to count them, and I may have gotten 2 into 1 or 1 into 2, so like 31 or something. But the whole thing's supposed to be memorized, right? And what's today? Don't envy evil men, right? A house is built, and all precious and beautiful treasure comes from wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Okay? Things you should seek. Second, okay? Seek first God. Fear the Lord first, and then seek wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Everything else will come. Right? A wise person is better than a strong one. Okay? Wisdom is inaccessible to a fool. Too high for a fool. Wisdom is too high for a fool, therefore he cannot open his mouth at the gate. There are some people that would just never learn, right? And you have to just leave them alone because they just won't learn, right? One who plots evil will be called a schemer. A foolish scheme is sin, and a mocker is detestable to people. You notice it says to people, not to God, right? Nobody likes mockers, fools, and schemers. Yeah? And this is a big one. If you do nothing in a difficult time, your strength is limited, right? Rescue those being taken off to death and save those stumbling towards slaughter. If you say, but we didn't know about this, won't he who weighs the hearts consider it? Won't he who protects your life know? Won't he repay a person according to his work, right? If you claim, I didn't know that was happening, but you did and did nothing, okay? God will know. Okay. Eat honey, for it's good and tastes good, right? Wisdom is the same. It's good, it tastes good. If you find it, you'll have a future. Your hope will never fade. Okay, this is a wicked man. Beware, don't set an ambush at the camp of a righteous man. The righteous man falls 7 times. He will get up, but the wicked will stumble into ruin, right? Never give up, right? This one's important. Don't gloat when your enemy falls, and don't let your heart rejoice when he stumbles, right? Just never look down on anybody. Don't rejoice when something bad happens to somebody, even if it's one of your enemies. That is not a cause to celebrate. Okay? Don't be agitated by evildoers, and don't envy the wicked, for they have no future. This one, fear the Lord as well as the king, and don't associate with rebels. For destruction from them will come suddenly. Who knows what distress these two can bring? Now, say these people now, when the government we elected makes a decision, and people hate it, and sometimes it's the other side of government that hates it because they're not getting their way, or they may be getting exposed for something, so they hire people to go out, rebels, right? To go out and protest and be rebels, right? Their destruction will come suddenly. Okay, that was the 30 wise sayings. This one I highlighted just because it's so prevalent today. They're not even hiding it anymore, right? It's not good to show partiality and judgment. Whoever says to the guilty, you are innocent, people will curse him and tribes will denounce him, right? There's judges now that are letting murderers and rapists and thieves go free while they're putting people in prison for praying to God in silence. Okay? And 29. Don't say I'll do to him what he did to me. I will repay the man for what he has done. Not your job, okay? Not your job. That's God's job. If you do the same evil he did to you, that makes you evil too. God sees 2 sinners. Okay? So, take that to heart. So, there you go. It's the 30 wise sayings. And this is the end of Solomon's, the ones actually written by Solomon's hand. The other one Hezekiah's collection of such tomorrow, but they are Proverbs of Solomon that had the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, copied. Okay. And they put these together for the next, right, 4 chapters, and then Agur's chapter, which is my favorite. and we'll get to that. So there you have it. That's March 24th. Stay tuned later today. We're going to start like Luke chapter 2 today. Many know it as the Christmas story. But stay tuned for that. Give us a like if you think about it. But tomorrow we'll continue. See ya.